And hello, we are live. Jan Rognerud here, founder and creative director at chaosmap.com. That is what you're looking at right there if you're live. And if you're coming in on media and marketing, thank you once again. Today is a big one, number 102 episode. We're talking about internet trends. Guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, this is a big one because this is the annual report from the infamous Mary Meeker and her BondCap here. We're looking at it. In fact, I will put a link to this 333-page report in the show notes. And Mary Meeker, she started tracking this back in 95, 96, I believe. And it's just been a huge archive of incredible information to not only present findings, research, all of that, but really to help discuss and create discussions, I should say, about what's happening on the internet and with technology and digital and all that good stuff. And she presented that report just a few days ago at the Recode Code Conference in Scottsdale, Arizona. And so again, if you're not following Mary, you're definitely, you don't want to be skimping on this. You're missing out on some critical trend data and research here. And just kind of give you some highlights, and I'll scroll quickly through a few of the pages here, but just give you some highlights from this, that she called out the fact that there's been a slow growth in e-commerce sales, but increased internet ad spending, data growth, as well as the rise of freemium subscription business models, telemedicine, photo sharing, interactive gaming, and the on-demand economy. The on-demand economy also includes education, which we do a lot of, I should say, as in a done-with-you service. We have training programs available for Facebook. We have a big training program for selling out events, so event mastering. And of course, you're here watching right now, so this is an education in itself. Me sharing this out to you. And so she continued by saying, it feels like we're all drinking from a data firehose. It's because we are, right? So that's what she was sharing. And she's been called the queen of the internet. And she made references in her presentation to Slack, Stripe, Spotify, Dropbox, Discord, which is gaming, Twitch, Zoom, Stitch Fix, Instagram, and of course her Bond portfolio company, and also Canva. She reviewed these slides. So you can access those. I put them in the slide in the show notes. A couple of highlights here as we go through on this. And that is let's see, we're starting at the top here. Yeah, 70 million people globally listen to podcasts. How about that? It's expected to double in the next 4 years. And the notion of a podcast is not missed on me. I'm here on this broadcast. You maybe are listening to the podcast, which I, again, very much appreciate. You are awesome. And of course, that awesomeness continues as you continue to subscribe and even review if you want to take it to that level. But listen, 70 million people to podcasts, expected to double in the next 4 years. Are you going to hop on that bandwagon? Well, again, research, right? You don't have to do it because, again, I talk a lot about the shiny objects or the shiny widget or whatever. Oh, well, if he's doing it or she's doing it, and if Mary says it's growing, I better do it. Build out a content strategy and a marketing plan that supports that. Don't just jump on, right? But you know better. So just want to call that out. 2.4 billion interactive game players in the world, up by 6% over the last year. Fortnite alone has 250 million users, as does the gaming social network Discord. Around 51%, 3.8 billion of the world's population now have access to the internet, up from 49%, 3.6 billion, that is, in 2017. 7 out of the world's 10 most valuable companies by market cap are tech companies. No surprise there. E-commerce sales are up by 12.4% over the last year. Physical retail has grown only by, I think it was 0.5% there. So not a lot. You can clearly see the trend here, and hence the Internet Trends Report 2019. Mobile advertising now accounts for 33% of advertisers' ad purchases, up by 0.5% in 2010. Spending on print, TV, and radio ads have fallen as consumers spend far more time on mobile. Again, these trend lines are perhaps obvious to you, but when this data giant, Mary Meeker, in terms of the research, collects all this incredible these data points, it supports that thinking. It supports the findings that you are seeing yourself, I am sure. And also it's interesting that we know that Google and Facebook are giants, of course, in the both the search and the ad space. Well, certainly Google for search and both of those for ads. And they make up the majority of online ad revenue. But the growth of US advertising from platforms like Amazon, Twitter, Snapchat, and Pinterest is kind of balancing out everything. Google's ad revenue grew 1.4 times, 4x that is, over the past 9 quarters, and Facebook's revenue grew by 1.9x. The combined group of all new players grew by 2.6x, and this is something that you would expect to see just based on your own probably usability or using the various services and the adoption rate at which these companies have taken hold out there across the globe and our wonderful Mother Earth. So again, I will supply the link to this report, but let's flip through just very briefly so you can get a sense for it. Now, if you're listening, I'm just going to call out a couple of things as I just did. So this is a visual representation here. But again, as you look at the sort of TOC, table of contents, she calls out users, e-commerce plus advertising, usage, freemium business models. We talked about that, data growth, work, education, immigration, healthcare, China. And basically there's some descriptions initially here. And then it kind of dives into Mary Meeker style slide presentations. Very matter of fact, very direct, not fancy graphics or anything, but just exactly what you need. So a header at the top kind of calls out what the trend line looks like there, and then the graphics to support it, and where that information was gathered and how it was gathered and over what time, etc. So here you can see global internet users, 3.8 billion, as I said, 50% of the population, growing tremendously from 2009 at 24% to 51% now. Internet uses by region, Asia Pacific being the biggest, Europe, Africa, Latin America, North America there at the bottom, which is very interesting again. You feel like the US is just the behemoth in so many ways. And yes, that's true. But when it comes to internet users by region, Asia Pacific beats everybody here. So again, not going to go through all of these slides here. But I urge you to take a look at Mary's presentation. Make sure it comes out typically around June timeframe, I seem to recall, every year. So look for this. And, if you're subscribing to TechCrunch, that would be an easy one to get. Just, make sure you sign up at TechCrunch, watch their daily postings, and you'll make sure that you get the next one. And of course, there's probably things at BondCap you can get as well, but that's a new presentation platform and a new company that she works with, and I think also has ownership in. So you can take a look at it there. And here we see internet ad platforms, Google plus Facebook lead, but others are gaining share. So we're talking about with Amazon, Snap, etc. So Google here, clearly in the green, Facebook right behind. Tremendous growth curves here for these multi-billion-dollar companies. And here we see ad share gain drivers, better targeting plus new creative plus commerce plus high relevance, sample ads, Pinterest, YouTube, etc. This is not breaking it down in terms of the best ads to write. This is simply examples that she uses in this context. So again, I'm not going to go through all of these. I'm at page 31 right now, 32, 33. Yeah, Zoom, they're rocking and rolling out there. I'm sure you're familiar. We use Zoom and GoToMeeting, both. Join.me is another one that you might want to check out. So I am, again, going to call that out as an important aspect for you to review in terms of staying on top of trend lines in the internet space, and also use that as a guide for your own business and for your partners and your community, your ecosystem. And also this kind of speaks to if you are, if you're in digital and you are doing this type of work, then hopefully this report will give you more confirmation about the direction you are already taking. Because again, you don't want to be slacking off or staying behind. You want to be right on that wave and ride it into the next level. So that's it for now. And if you want more information, just go to chaosmap.com. That's chaosmap.com. You can set up an appointment there if you'd like and see how some of these things may be applicable for you. We love to share, and we love to talk to you to see how there might be an opportunity also if there is a match. So either way is fine. And other than that, I just want to say thank you for joining today, and we will see you again tomorrow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jan out. We'll talk to you soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.